Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was a bit of a quick one there, Hawker.
Yeah, too
Too
quick.
quick?
Too quick. We didn't even get to see it.
Oh, well. Anyway, going into the pistol round of the T side of Nuke, it's actually Excellency to start things off. And Hawker, I mean, you mentioned it earlier. You saw that these guys faced off against on Nuke, and it was a very close affair quite recently.
Yeah, I casted that game, and we were a bit surprised that heading into the Nuke, it actually ended up being Excellency who came away with the win, albeit a very close win, like we were saying. And in that one, Excellency started on the CT side. They got a pretty good start to their game. Here they're starting on the T side, and again, they're getting a good start, winning the pistol. So if they can carry this over into some early success and some early T rounds, that would be a very nice way for Excellency to start this one off. They've got to deal with the Scout of Snatchie, though. Hasn't landed any shots just yet, as Dav picks up the opener, and oh, that is a beefy nade landing onto Snatchie.
It certainly is. It means that he's going to have to pay just such more of a passive angle up through Secret. And so far, Excellency in a really good position. They've got the man advantage. There's a low HP player as Snatchy as well, and they probably would have known that they've done some damage just from the utility alone. The Deagles. Let's see what they're able to find. Dycha trying to tap away, but it's actually Denis with the MP9 that starts things off, but can't find any more than that. Dav stepping up hugely in both the first and the second round. 6-0 for the moment. Snatchy and Dycha. Scout and Deagle to work with, but it's going to be the bomb making its way to the upper bomb side. Dycha trying to see what he can find, trying to tap away with his Deagle, but not successful at all. And finally, with that Molotov coming in, this probably has to be a save from Dycha, but even trying to save is going to be a bit of a difficult task.
He's hanging around right now, looking for some kills, and he lines up a second headshot onto Holmes. No way of winning the round, but damage is nice, and oh, the timing is so awkward for Dycha. He could have got that kill if he didn't reload, but Relax stays alive for the time being. He's still moving in, though. FASHR's got to be careful. More damage done. If he's not careful, he might die to the bomb right now, FASHR. He's trapped in main, and Dycha just waits it out. He knows that this man has to move, and finally, FASHR gets the kill he was looking for. Excellency will hold onto 2 guns ahead of this next round, and they have a chance to build up even more money now that Sprout have to take a low money.
Ooh, ow, look at the odds now going into the last map. It's actually surprising for me, at least, to see on Unicorn Excellency a 3.00 when they won this map recently in a very close affair, but I would have thought the odds would have been a little bit closer together, Hawker.
Yeah, I guess people saw that performance from Sprout. They were impressed.
Yeah.
They liked that the individuals were showing up, and they think that's going to continue here on Nuke. And, well, there's a chance that happens, but it's not started out that way. It's Excellency who seem to be getting off to a good start in this. They should be taking this round against USPs rather easily.
You say that. They at least pick up an AK. The best thing that they can do is just try and bring that AK into the next round. A 1 HP for faveN. Spam coming out through Annex is going to force Spiidi back. HE as well, not quite connecting. But all in all, pretty passive stuff coming out for the T's. And for Sprout, it seems like they're just walking into their crosshairs.
Here comes the aggression. Dav is holding this angle, and he keeps his teammates safe. faveN should be looking to pick up the AK now, but on 1 HP... he's going to have a really difficult time doing that. Dav is just focused fully on this position. I don't know if he can see the AK here. I don't think he can. So he's just looking down secret in case there's a second man there. And faveN's just going to chill and sit in the corner.
Bomb down. And really, what faveN can hope for is that Dav stops looking at this secret position so they can pick up the AK. But it will probably be right at the end of the round is when we see faveN start to move. Dav, not checking the position at all. And it's actually the USP to find a kill. Picks up the AK, but probably shouldn't be able to hold on to it. And that's going to be NK to deny that presence. 3-0 start now coming up for Excellency. But the buy will come through for Sprout.
Snatchie, the Polish sniper, gets the AWP into his hands. Excellency are sticking with 1 MAC-10 and then taking AKs onto the remainder of their players. And one thing we were impressed about for Excellency on Nuke in that first game we were talking about is that those outside smokes always looked good. They never had any gaps in those. They never messed those up, which can sometimes be a concern when you've got a fairly new roster sticking together. You want to get the timing on those nades right. So that was a good thing from Excellency. And they were also able to play with rotations off the back of these yard smokes pretty often. So here we go. Flash coming in. They're just taking this fight right now. And snatchie is blinded, but Spiidi's the man to get the first kill. Spiidi goes for more. Oh, Spiidi mowing them down over at yard. Absolutely denies Excellency in this round. 3 kills to his name, and this is not going to be an easy one for the T's to recover.
I tell you what, I'm not a fan of those outside smokes. I honestly feel like if you want to try and get into secret, you either need to have the stock standard smokes or the double smokes outside of main and garage, because otherwise, as soon as that heaven smoke is there, the cities can just play around it. They can drop down lower, and we saw the AWP of snatchie not finding anything. It was Spiidi that did most of the damage, but all in all, Excellency, they were just out in the open. They were literally caught completely off guard, and it looked like they were expecting the angles to be held, but it was just a slaughterfest from Sprout and Excellency, maybe in the back of their minds sort of thinking, well, maybe we don't try that again.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I think just go back to the standard yard smokes in the future. It's okay to try new things, but sometimes they're just not going to pan out for you, and that's okay too. We have a pause, and it looks like our observer is again going to show us some of the knives,
yes.
maybe. Who knows what we're going to get a look.
Do like a bit of skins. Look at that from snatchie. That's the crimson, I think. It's not quite factored in. You can see a little bit of scarring on it.
I always call that the Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man knife.
Yeah.
Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The Spider knife from Hawker. Well, it's not really too much of an investment coming out from Excellency. Very light investment on the upgrades. But an opportunity for Sprout to at least try and hold on to as many players alive as possible. HE not doing too much damage from Dycha. And I tell you what, from what I've seen from Sprout in the past, Dycha is a really strong ramp room player and is able to lock it down a lot of the time. And Flash is coming out to the upper bomb site. They're just trying to get a bomb plan in.
Yes, indeed. Denis playing on the site itself. Not the best spray, but Spiidi has got some kills from above, and faveN steals that last one away from him. Wanted to get at least 1 kill in the round. Excellency try their luck on the A play, but sometimes you're just going to get shut out, and that is one of those situations. The pistol's unable to do a great deal of damage, but here comes the buy for Excellency. Or into the hands of Dav, who's got off to a good start in this game, up there at 9 kills. The rest of the team get rifles, and they've got good nades, so they can go back to those standard yard smokes if they want to. And that would probably be, I think, my call in this round if I were them. But we'll see what they decide to do as we head into round number 6.
snatchie tries to go for the opening squeaky pick and straight away gives up the information of exactly where that AWP is. An AWP to come out for Dav as well. So far, he's had a very strong third map. We're at round number 6. An opportunity really now for Excellency to get back into the driving seat, take the lead even further. And I'll tell you what, this is so passive from Excellency. There is just no control out from ramp, no smokes outside. They're just all grouped up in lobby at the moment. Ooh, vent dive.
I wonder if they heard that, because there was some covering fire and there were some nades being deployed. So Sprout might not be fully aware that Rilax has dropped down these vents. Trying to wait to see if a rotate comes in, but here come those yard smokes we were talking about earlier. This is the standard play you see over in this position. Smokes down to cover it off, and Spiidi tries to line them up, but he only gets 1 kill for his troubles. FASHR picks up the refrag, and now Rilax, who's already down vents, can just continue to cut off this rotation and wait for his teammates to arrive to help him.
Dycha's on the site. This could be the scary factor. The AWP to try and crossfire as well from snatchie. Dav, though, we've spoken about him having an impressive game, and Dycha's just not shooting at the feet. He wants to try and keep this position completely hidden for the most part. And Sprout, they're starting to come in for numbers at to this lower bomb site. Dycha, they know exactly where he is now. The trade should come out. Dycha stepping up massively. That's 3 kills for him. And into the 1 versus 1. It's the AWP of faveN, and he doesn't miss those. Dycha, I can't believe he doesn't get traded quicker from the decontamination player.
Yeah, the timing just slightly off there for Excellency, especially because you were right. It took Dycha so long to get that first kill because he was shooting at the feet. So you'd think in that time, the player from behind would be able to open up the door and at least get the trade. But no, Dycha just turns on a dime, gets that second kill, even comes away with a third. That is just real solid work from Dycha down on the B-bomb site. And you were talking about his success at holding the ramp room. Clearly, he's also good when he has to rotate down to the B site.
He's doing everything, absolutely everything in this best of 3 so far. Maybe not so much on map number 1, but 2 and 3, he's really come alive, and it's a great sign to see. Excellency. HOLMES has gone really quiet recently, which is becoming quite nervous for me. The fact of how much impact he had in terms of entering ability on Mirage. I'd like to see him come into his own over now on Nuke. And so far, the eco dealt with relatively easily. No one going down yet. Dycha does fall, but it should be the trade to come out from snatchie. Knows exactly where NK is, and a clean up in Sprout. They now take the lead, Jay.
Do take the lead. Nice stuff for Sprout. They've managed to get themselves back into this game nicely. After losing the pistol, especially when you're on the CT side on Nuke, there's always the concern that it can really get out of hand and that the whole game can spiral out of control. So just making sure that they win these rounds with consistency. They've won 4 rounds in a row now. That was always going to be really important for Sprout. They've already done that, and now they can just try and keep this going, as we have got a full gun round for both teams. Excellency going back to these yard smokes, and this time they should be able to get down secret safely. They've also got NK looking for the vents, but he can't find it. Oh, someone else is dropping down the vents. This is going to be awkward. NK still not going in just yet. faveN's sitting on top of Hut, though. He might be in trouble here. NK's waiting it out. He's looking for a head, but he's not finding it. And Spiidi's coming back up through the vents. NK catches him, but he switches to his knife at the wrong time. Trade comes in, but Excellency have got the best of these initial trades.
Oh, what a sequence from NK. It looked like he wanted to try and get into the vents like 2 or 3 times. A FASHR outside. Dycha at least trades 1, but he can't find any more than that. And honestly, even with NK not being able to follow up with a kill, the trade frags come in so quickly from Excellency. And it all comes down to the wrap into heaven from outside. 4-4. I'm tied up in map number 3 between these two. And if you do want to get involved into Hellcase, using the code SLTV15 will give you a 15% refill bonus. And keep you excited in this best of 3 series, as there is a Galil up for HOLMES. Out of all the weapons, you'd think it'd be the AKs in his hands.
FASHR lining up some nades. Dycha, though, is just pushed all the way into what is now called Trophy Room. He's here to help snatchie in case someone gets up close and personal, but snatchie is just going to hold this angle with the AWP. Rilax is currently controlling lobby, but if he tries to rotate back around or tries to reposition, he might be in trouble. In the meantime, Excellency have deployed some of those yard smokes, this time a little bit closer to main, but they're not really committing off the back of that. They're not going to go down secret. They're going to come back into lobby, and this is where snatchie's going to have the chance to strike.
Oh, he
wow.
doesn't shoot. He waits. This actually might work even better. That's the bomb drop. That's so big. That's so much info as well.
Wow, it's into a 3v3. snatchie still holding this angle, but he decides to back away from it. The bomb can be recovered for Excellency, and with 43 seconds left on the clock, let's see what the call is here. HOLMES has got this flank. This is a free frag. Spiidi not aware of it, and now Dycha's got so many angles to deal with. He gets the first kill. Dycha looking for more. He gets a second. Dycha now has only got 1 more man to deal with, but FASHR is able to drop down the vents. He makes the risky play, and he's going to be rewarded for it with a free plant on this B-bomb set.
Rather than even planning safe, I think he wants to go back through the single door area if he can. And FASHR, 1 versus 2. Both players are low, and he tries to escape through decontamination, but Dycha is quicker to the trigger. And to think as well that after that first kill, Dycha probably should have been traded. Standing on top of the hut position, he ends up finding 3 in the round, and Sprout, once again, they take back the lead. And for Excellency, really for them on Nuke, if they were able to get 6-7 rounds on T, they could probably be pretty happy with that. But for Sprout, again, it's the combination of both Spiidi and Denis. Oh, sorry, I should say Spiidi and Dycha that we saw on Train that was having a lot of impact. And start to follow over on Nuke as well.
Dycha has really turned it up for Sprout here in these last couple of maps. The first map, he was actually the bottom fragger for the team. He only got 10 kills over a Mirage. He's completely turned it around, and he's always a big part of their success, I think, when they do get those wins. So that's a really good sign to see. Sprout have the lead, but Excellency don't need to do too much more here on this T side to at least put a reasonable amount of rounds on the board. If they get 2 or 3 more, Excellency will be happy, so they don't have to worry too much just yet. Sprout have had to work hard to get to this position, and Sprout are going to have to keep that up as we head into round number 10.
And Max head up for Holmes. Excellency. Now this time around, a bit of an outside presence that is more established coming out from Sprout. And the crossfire being set with the AWP of snatchie. But for Excellency, again, it's back to the very slow passive defaults. And one thing that I'm kind of picturing is they want to try and get Relaxer into the vent dive and take ramp control. We saw this setup coming out before, but this time around, it's actually Spiidi that finds the opener.
Yeah, he may have only survived on 22 health, but that doesn't matter too much. As long as you get the first kill, you are a happy man. That's what Spiidi's been able to deliver at the start of this one.
No.
That looks like a player that's lagged out.
Please come back, dear.
Oh, well, the rest of the team will try and carry it on through. Spiidi and faveN have got the 2 kills to put Sprout in this favorable position. And the vent dive is a risky call. The bomb does actually make it down the vent, but NK certainly does not. He goes down. Now it's up to Holmes and FASHR to save this one. FASHR is already down the vents. Holmes gets the kill he was looking for. Back to a 2v3 and arguably a 2v2 considering Dycha still seems to be stuck in that corner. And here comes FASHR back up through the vents. This is a ballsy call and it might not pan out for him. He's the last man standing. 1v2. The HUD is messed up because Dycha's lagged out, but I can assure you FASHR is in a 1v2 right now as he drops the smoke onto the site, looks for the fight as he gets the first headshot. 7 health left for FASHR in this 1v1. He needs another quick kill. He needs another quick shot, and he needs to turn around because snatchie's coming in for the flank. Oh, snatchie didn't see him. Somehow snatchie doesn't realize FASHR's up close and personal. Oh, he finally clears the corner, and snatchie makes up for it, making sure that they win the round.
And I bet it was one of the teammates of Sprout literally yelling at him, like, he's right in front of you, he's right in front of you, because it looked like snatchie had no idea, but certainly a teammate would have realized that. And Sprout, I'll tell you what, considering the fact that Dycha DCs mid-round while being alive, that is so impactful that they're actually able to win out the round. Because, I mean, really, for Excellency, any time a DC comes out, it is a massive advantage for the other team.
Good work from Sprout to win that round. They really did have to work hard for that one. It keeps them going with a 6-4 lead now. And if Excellency didn't get off to that good start off the back of the pistol, this could be a very different game. Sprout could be running away with it, because once we've got into the gun rounds, they have been dominating.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're a viewer and you've just started to join, you look at the scoreline, you're like, oh, 6-4 in the lead of Sprout. Yeah, it's pretty close, but not really. Not really at all. This has been just domination in the gun rounds. It's only the opening stance, the pistol and the anti-ecos, and that opening gun round that went the way of Excellency. But other than that, this has been Sprout in complete control in this map.
I like how we get 2 relaxes on the scoreboard because Dycha's not on the server. We also get FASHR on the wrong team. He is not on Sprout. Relax also has different stats on both of his entries on the scoreboard. Somehow he has 72 ADR on the first one and then only 71 on the second. I don't know how.
What's going on here?
Maybe he's got his evil twin on the server, and they're just doing what they can.
Tell you what, there are quite a lot of twins in Counter-Strike, which is great. Even brothers as well. I mean, I'm thinking of what is it, the Relaxer and Freddy Frog,
Freddy Frog, yeah.
And then the Henny and Lucas twins.
True.
And there's Scream's new brother. He's been pretty impressive recently.
Oh yeah, Navarra. He's been great. Yeah. Hunter and Nico are. I don't think.
First cousins? Yeah, first cousins.
Brothers,
I think.
But yeah, but I think they're pretty close. So it's
it's nearly there.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll get upgraded to a brother somehow. I don't know how that's possible. I don't think it is, but we'll go with it. Well, here we go. We are back into the action, so we can stop talking about rubbish and we can start talking about Counter-Strike. It is Excellency with another buy available. Smoke deployed. There's one smoke. Where's the second one? Finally, it comes through. And Excellency have got the opportunity to move down secret. No gaps in those smokes.
That's a great sign to see. Certainly, sometimes it can be just a little bit easy to have a gap in the yard smokes, and it's not a great sign to see at all. But snatchie, with the AWP up for ramp, so far hasn't had any presence at all, so he's playing really passive. A couple of players already made their way into secret. And for Sprout, we're not really starting to see any over-rotates to the lower bomb site. They're just pretty much keeping the same positions.
Nice and sneaky beaky like from Excellency. Not making any noise as they move down towards this B side of the map. And again, it's Dycha who's rotated down to cover them off. snatchie's been watching ramp this entire time. Here we go. Oh, good shot from snatchie. Gets the first kill. He's hanging around here, which is a bit of a risk. And he's realized he's got to back away. The smoke put down for cover, and oh, snatchie fires wide. That means that Relax can close the distance. But it's Dycha on the bomb site, again locking it down. Good work from Dycha. Denis helps him out, and Sprout get another round. It's 7-4 now. Dycha continuing to look incredible. Is that ADR right? 222 ADR? That would be ridiculous.
Not sure if that is right, because he's only got 15 kills.
I'm checking on HLTV. HLTV says 124.
Yeah, okay. So, man, a little bit of issues with the HUD. But anyway, I mean, Dycha's had such a great third map. 15 and 6. And with the AK as well, you could almost think that he's going to be even more impactful. It's just going to be the Tech-9's 5 to work for Team Excellency. And it looks like they're just going to group up and maybe try and hit the upper bomb site.
Oh, snatchie peppering them with the MP9. Getting kills on these pistol players. Oh, man, the lineup is ideal for snatchie. He wants the ace, but his teammates deny him. Always sad, but it's all good. Sprout just making sure they survive with all 5 alive and continue this convincing streak on their CT side.
Things are looking very, very happy in the campus, Sprout. Man, oh man. And you know what's scary as well is Dav was like 9-0 at one point. I think he was like 10-1. And he has just dropped off massively. I don't think we've seen a pick from Dav come out in the last sort of 4 or 5 rounds. With Sprout, they are turning up the heat, but so are Excellency fast into the ramp room.
Dycha tested, and this time overrun. FASHR lands the headshot. 2 Molotovs, and snatchie's moved into them. That's so much damage from the flames. Down to 20 health. And here comes the push into B. Denis is here to try and stop them. But Excellency are avoiding him right now. They know that door's been swung on open. They can just smoke it off. And this bomb plant is not going to be denied. And Dav gets another kill. That might just put Excellency over the line here.
This has to be the save. I just don't see Sprout going for this. Even with the money in the bank, it's probably exit kills is the best scenario here. They've still got a fair bit of utility to work with. Spam coming in from faveN. I say that! He gets 2 big kills through the spam. HOLMES to try and bring it back as he finds 2 of his own. snatchie, the last one left in a 1 versus 3. Tech-9 coming out. Sometimes you see 1 kill go in the way of that spam, but 2 kills, that's unheard of.
Yeah, and I don't think Sprout really could realize their luck there. They were just like, oh, damn, I didn't expect to get 2 kills. I guess we go for it now? Oh, okay. Like, they did not look ready to go for that retake. But those 2 kills come in. They just kind of feel like they have to go for it. And unfortunately, the crossfire shut them out. So it would have been so cool if that led to the round win. But not meant to be this time. Excellency hold on for a 5th round. And thanks to that strong start from Excellency, if they just get one more round here at the end of the half, they can be pretty okay with this T side.
Snatchie outside again. It's the opening picks going the way of Sprout. Where does he decide to go for this? Does he look for a little bit more, try and escape? And you know what? Looking for a little bit more he goes. Can't find any more than that. But a 2v4 in Excellency, things are falling apart so quickly, especially with FASHR finding absolutely nothing out from Squeaky Dav. The last one left. Big round in the last. But Excellency, it's just, yeah, things are falling apart for them. And Dav, he just doesn't even know where he's getting shot from faveN.
And 9-5 to Sprout right now, and the gun rounds, like we said, have been very, very convincing. I think that is 9 out of the last 11 rounds that Sprout have won.
That makes sense.
It's been very, very
because it was a 3-3-1. Well, sorry, I should say 3-0 lead coming out from Excellency. Wow, that's quite a surprising stat line there, Hawker.
Yeah, and if Sprout can keep this up in the gun rounds, then they should be running away with this game. But Excellency just going for a fast play. Desperation, perhaps, as they move into the A-bomb site. Denis and faveN both lining up kills, but NK picks up an important trade. That might get them onto the A side of things, but Dycha is on a fast flank. And already, bomb denied completely. Dav's got a 1v3 on his hands. Oh, great shot onto the first man. Just one taps him. He needs a couple more of those, though, as he moves towards the bomb site. Dycha might not be ready for this. Dav about to move around the corner. Second headshot. And now it's into the one-on-one. Snatchie's behind him, and Dav gets them all. Great work from Dav. Headshot after headshot to close out the half and give Excellency a 6th round on the board.
I think he was listening to my criticism. He stepped up massively these last couple of rounds. Dav, 1v3 to come out. And to consider that he's an AWPer, it's very impressive that he's able to clutch it out with an AK. Some really sharp shots being hit. And Excellency, even with that round victory, I don't think they can be pleased with how that first half went.
Yeah, if you'd have told them that they'd get 6 rounds from their T side at the start of the game, I think they'd say, yeah, that's okay, that's not bad. But the way in which they got that early lead and then just couldn't get anything going in the gun rounds was a little bit disappointing. But here we go, into the second half. Excellency will be hoping their CT side can do a bit better for them.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a lot of aggression coming out from Ramp Room. Rilax, going to be here to try and at least deny any presence, but he just falls back. He's given complete ramp control, but rather than going lower, they're trying to go into hell, into the upper bomb site. What is going on here from Sprout? But they've been able to find the kills, so far being successful, but the crossfire being set on this upper bomb site through the rafters, and it's just an absolute shutdown coming out. faveN, the last one left. And for Sprout, I'm not sure if I like that play. They go into the upper bomb site with just no info whatsoever.
Looking for this fight onto the site. He knows he needs to get the bomb back to have a chance in this round. It's not looking very likely for him right now. Door isn't even open, so he's got to give away his position in doing so. Still 55 seconds left. That is one thing that faveN can try and work with. He can maybe just cut the noise, try and play with the fact that he can reposition, that he can play across the map. And Excellency might have to start to be aware of that fact, but here comes faveN. Oh, he's going for it. He's looking for these fights, desperately trying to find a way in, but Dav's above him. Okay, Dav doesn't get the kill, but Holmes will just take advantage of the distraction, get his 3rd kill from the bomb site, and get Excellency a 2nd pistol round here on Nuke. Good work from Excellency to win both these pistols, and let's see now if they can convert.
It's certainly not often that a team will win both pistol rounds and still be in a negative round difference between their opposition. The buy to come up. Now, for Sprout, they didn't get a bomb plant in that last round, so it's going to be a very light investment indeed. It looks like it's just going to be a single flashbang to work with. And I tell you what, these MP9s can certainly start to build up the economy.
Oh yeah, relax landing headshots with the MP9. Gets a 3rd, making it look nice and easy against the low buy. 4 kills from Relax. It's all SMG frags, so they get the full $600 kill reward across the board. That gives them a bunch of extra cash into this round. But Excellency are going to stick with those MP9s. They're going to use this as a chance to take a bonus round here into round 18.
I like the call coming out from Excellency. I know they're in a disadvantage and they might be thinking, oh, we really need to get some rounds on the board. But on the city side of Nuke, if you can get that economy strong and just keep rolling the Ts, then you can really start to shut down the presence. The outside presence coming out, there's no smokes at the moment for them to cross, and they're just dry peeking outside into secret.
I guess they're assuming Excellency don't have the AWP here because it's the early gun round, and they're right in their assumption. Trade still comes in. Dav's able to catch a man in the back. And NK's already gone down secrets. They don't have to be worried about that. Dav, though, almost looks away at the wrong time, but he gets the kill he was looking for. Spiidi able to trade him out again, though. Sprout doing a good job at just sticking together as a unit, as a pack. They're not allowing one man to die without the trade, and they've turned this into a 3-on-3.
All grouping together. Now, the scary thing, at least for both faveN and snatchie, is the fact that they're low. And it just comes down to a bit of timing for the T side. It looks like they want to slowly make their way into heaven and a crunch into that upper bomb site. And FASHR and rilax up into the A bomb site. I'm not sure how much the HUT player is going to be able to assist, though, with the M4 from FASHR, especially with the MP9 being just behind the bomb silo.
35 seconds left and the flash comes in. Rilax, unable to get a kill, but he does even more damage. And look at how low the two remaining players are. One shot needed to take both these players out. FASHR hiding in the hut. He tries to get away, but the movement's not on point. The MP9 looking to close the distance. This nade, it should land. That's a free frag, and it's into the 1v1. Spiidi stuck on the bomb site, but NK isn't aware of it. He should have been aware that Spiidi just planted the bomb, but he was looking at heaven. He was looking the wrong way, and Sprout take their 10th round win.
That makes no sense. They planted the bomb in a 2 versus 2. They killed the player heaven. Why is he looking heaven? I'm so confused. How did the bomb get planted then? What? Come on. That's... Ah, mate, look. NK is a player that's been around for a very long time, but the way that he played that 1 versus 1, it must have been some sort of misinformation or... I don't know how they can think he's heaven. Wow.
Even I can put 2 and 2 together and realize, all right, I've naded the guy heaven. This guy must have planted.
What?
Even I can do that.
Mate, that is just such a poor round to lose. And I tell you what, Sprout's going to capitalize on that.
Oh, and NK's not getting it going this round either. Loses the fight over at Yard. Excellency down and potentially out of this round. Rilax has got a 1v4 on his hands. And good luck to him is all I can say, because this is not going to be happening.
Maybe just trying to hold on to the M4 is the best bet. I mean, we're not going to see a rebuy to come in from Excellency. Upgrades of a half buy, certainly. Some upgraded pistols might be nice to work with. And even for Sprout, I mean, their economy in the line's not great either. So holding on to sort of 4 players in this round is fantastic for their game. 11-8 up on the T side of Nuke. And what I really hope doesn't happen is that 1 versus 1 from NK. I hope it doesn't haunt them. I hope it's not something that rests in the back of their mind, because they need to think, you know what, that round's over. It's done with. We don't need to think about it anymore. We need to think of how we're going to come back. We're on the city side of Nuke. Let's look into this following gun round in round 21.
Sure what HOLMES is going to do with 1 smoke. He has used that over at Yard.
Ooh.
I guess to try and feign the fact that they could be playing behind. This isn't a bad idea for a stack. I don't think I've seen this
Just
before.
wait for a flashbang. He's like... yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that stack either. Could be interesting. The unfortunate thing for Sprout at the moment is it looks like there's so much outside presence and absolutely nothing to ramp.
Yeah, we were saying that Imi is the coach of this Excellency team. He's a pretty experienced coach. He's had some good teams in his day, so I'm sure he's maybe coming up with some of these new ideas. I think he's also whipped them into shape on Nuke. It's pretty clear that they have been putting some time into this map. They've been competing, they've been hanging here. Unfortunately for Excellency, though, this stack unsuccessful, and Denis is going to take some easy frags, pad those stats, and get the kills on the board. Nice job from Sprout, not losing a single man.
And Sprout have always been in a bit of an awkward position in German Counter-Strike. They've never really broken that tier 1 sort of position, but there's players that have played in tier 1. So for Sprout, they've always sort of been a team that are always sort of lurking around that tier 2 region, and I really hope that with this roster move of bringing in snatchie, that it's a big upgrade. I mean, I was a bit surprised when they let Oscar go. I thought that they were really going to hold on to him. He was having a lot of impact, but obviously there's always, internal issues when it comes down to roster moves, but at least the fundamentals from what I'm looking at Sprout is it's like this team's working together well, and I just hope that they can keep the players together for the next 6 months, play out this year, see what happens, rise up the ranks, and just see if they're able just to keep competing at a top level.
Yeah, there are also some players, for example, that previously were on big that ended up retiring, right? Like guys like Nex, maybe, who could have gone to a Sprout.
Yeah.
They ended up not kind of coming through. Those are players that Sprout might have liked to have to get a bit more skill on this roster, but never really had the chance to do so. They have got experienced players, obviously, though, in Spiidi and Denis especially. And speaking of Spiidi, he's being a sneaky boy in this round, Dweg.
He certainly is, and I think he's completely undetected. I have no idea. Snatchie, he would have got some information of Relax in towards the ramp room, and you know what? Even with that glass breaking, they don't react at all, and that's an easy kill coming out. Easy couple of kills, I should say. And FASHR and HOLMES, this is going to be another save attempt. I tell you what, I've got a gut feeling that after seeing this round, that this game is going to be over pretty quickly. I just don't see there being a way back in here for Excellency. Holding onto these rifles would be massive to bring into the next round, but even that, they would have to force buy, and it would be for masses on a lot of the players. But now they've picked up 2 M4s, they might actually try and go for the force.
Yeah, and the thing that's really frustrating about that round for Excellency is that there was just a little pause before that, so you kind of had a chance to talk things over. And anything you talked about just instantly gets taken away because you just lose this round without feeling like you ever had a chance. Because you lost track of Spiidi, he gets behind you. That 1 kill is massive. They just move on in and get all the following frags. So it feels like you didn't really get a chance to play this round almost. And 13-8, Sprout edging closer and closer to victory. But like you said, those 2 safe guns at least give Excellency some options here.
When do we see another tactical? That's what I'm thinking. Doesn't look like they're going to force it, actually. There was a potential of HOLMES and FASHR dropping over some M4s. Or at least FASHR dropping over an M4 and HOLMES dropping a FAMA, but they're opting against it. They are going to be letting Sprout take a 14th, or at least that's what is going on in the back of their minds. Let's see how much damage is realistically able to be taken from LXC. They've got a couple of M4s to work with, so there's definitely some damage dealers in the playing field, but I say that, and it's snatchie. The AWP does find first contact.
Denis has got one of his own. The rifle opens things up. Oh, Denis just keeps on going. Sprout are really taking over at this point. Excellency showing no signs of resistance in these rounds. Sure, this was one where they didn't fully invest, but you'd still expect to see some signs of life, and nothing's happening for them. The 2 save guns are both gone. Relax at least gets 1 kill, so that's an AK recovered. But his chances of doing much more are very, very low.
And I tell you what, for Sprout's sake, with so much economy in the bank, as soon as they get that bomb plant, they got to hunt. Like, I think hunting is a really good option. It's going to be 14-8 up. It would be a big advantage if they're able to hold on to an AK going into the following round for the CTs. Now, let's see if Sprout decide to move off the site. One thing they want to make sure they're not doing is completely leaving the site open. But Sprout, the German core with the Polish additions being up 14-8 now on Nuke, and for Excellency, things have certainly not got their way at all. I tell you what, there's honestly, other than the first 3 rounds of the game, Hawker, I don't think they've looked in control at any other moment.
Yeah, it's just felt like Sprout have been the better team throughout here on Nuke. It's felt like they are the ones who are really allowed to get away with whatever they want. And we're seeing that in some of these rounds where Sprout aren't even going for yard smoke, so they're just kind of going for fights with flashbangs and generally just winning them. Denis has been doing that in these last couple of rounds. He's up to the top of the board now over on the Sprout side, which is always a nice sign because Denis has had some maps where he's been a bit slow for this Sprout team in this very tournament. Having him top fragging is always going to be good. And now Excellency are really on their last standby. They need to win on out from this point. And Dam's going to try and get an opening with the AWP. He spots the player, but he can't land a shot.
There is so much damage actually going the way of really both sides at the moment. Dycha can't capitalize on a second kill, but a very low NK. HOLMES chiming in. And I tell you what, this is one of the first times we've seen Excellency holding onto the man advantage. I say that though, now there is a player in the vent dive from Denis, but in a 2-on-4, maybe if it was a 3-on-4, they could work with it. But really, Denis has got to come up massively.
Oh, this could work, but he's got to look the right way. No one's watching Yard right now. Well, the player that's close is kind of watching Yard, but he's not watching Denis's position. This should be free frag. There it is. Quick reactions from Denis. Gets the flick on over. The man in heaven there was looking to fight. That was Relax. He was thinking about going for a battle, but he decides against it. And look at the hold from Excellency now. They're all on the A site. If snatchie commits to B, he could just get a free bomb plant, and Denis is going down ramp. So I think Sprout are just going to get themselves onto B safely. Excellency have taken a gamble stack on A, and this could be very, very costly.
They're just playing a retake setup, right? They're playing a stack over at the upper bomb site. If the bomb ends up going lower, then they're going to retake together in a man advantage, and I don't mind that. There's a little bit of utility to work with, kits as well, and snatchie's so low, so rather than just kind of splitting the defense and trying to give up 1v1 duels, they're going to go in together, and now they know. But snatchie, oh, it looked like he was trying to hold down the line. Denis, though, had he find 2 kills, he can, and it's all down to FASHR, 1 versus 2, to stop Sprout from going to series point.
Flash goes out as FASHR starts to move in. Pre-fire so close, but it doesn't get the kill he was looking for. And there's another man here. He's not ready for it. Denis gets them all. 4 kills for Denis. He's really showed up here on Nuke. And that's the issue there with Excellency stacking onto the A bomb site, is that the fastest rotate down to B is through those vents, but it's such a risky position to rotate down through. Denis can just line them up, and the 4v2 falls apart from Excellency. And even though it feels like they've had some chances to win rounds here in this CT half, Sprout have always just been able to edge them out and come back and win the round. And okay, Denis has been stabbed at the start of this round after getting the quad kill in the last one.
Oh, faveN, very aggressive out through heart. My goodness, what a duel that is. Down to 6 points of health, but that's a man advantage. 15-8, Sprout. What do they now try and work with? There is the smokes outside to potentially sell a fake into secret, but they're not committing with it at all. Slowly clearing out the ramp room as well from Dycha. faveN. Seems like they've actually thrown the AWP over to him, being the low HP player. Good old Bogdan's Law. Always.
What have Excellency got up their sleeve to win this round? I guess is the question we have to ask. A minute left for the CTs to try and hold. They could also try and get aggressive if they wanted to. But Sprout are kind of just waiting for that right now, right? They're just sitting back. And, ooh, that nade has not landed where Excellency wanted it to. 42 seconds left, and FASH is going for it. This is that aggression I was talking about, but Sprout are ready for it. NK is going to try and rotate up. Oh, he can't get up through the vents, though. That's a problem, because now Sprout can begin to move into the A-bomb site, and NK is going to try and get the timing right here, up through the vents. Nice kill onto the first man. NK trying to go for more, but that is it. It's going to be Sprout taking the series 2-1.
And there it is, a fantastic series coming out from Sprout, but don't go anywhere. There is another best of 3, the grand final of Group B. Gambit Youngsters taking on Sprout in just a few minutes.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Hellcase Hellcase has over 35 unique CSGO cases with a huge variety of skins, over 93 million cases opened and 6 million registered users. You can upgrade your skins to the better one or win some of them in giveaways. We give out more than 70 skins per month for free on our social networks. Withdraw your skins or balance with popular payment systems. Be unique and make profit on Hellcase with this promo code. Start now.